Inner West pita review today. I don't think there'll be any pizza. I think it's just pita. We will be going to the Sultan's table across the road there. Now, interesting thing, I have been to this place before. Very good traditional Turkish food, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the options I choose will taste like. Now, we are on Enmore Road. Ridiculous density of different food options here in Enmore, and so I think for the next, probably couple of months worth of reviews, it will just be Enmore and Newtown. So yeah, this is the first of many, I would say, but we're finally done with Petersham, Stanmore, moving on to Enmore, Newtown kind of area. Alright guys, check this out. Check out how cool this box looks. I got a vegetarian pita, and of course my favorite, a mushroom pita. I think generally when I do the pita reviews, which to remind you is like once a month, right? Because I've calculated that around the Inner West there are like approximately a quarter as many places that serve pitas compared to like explicit pizza places. And so yeah, I think I'm going to use mushroom pita as like the stick that I use to measure what do you call it, the control in a science experiment. Anyway, looking forward to this, looking forward to eating some food. There you go. I think this is the vegetarian one because it looks like it's got more ingredients than mushroom. In fact, I don't think it... Oh no, it does. It does have mushroom. But yeah, I guess this is the vegetarian one. A little wedge of lemon there. Not a big wedge, notably. It's I like lemon, but it's good that they have lemon. So let's get to eating. Okay, so it's very interesting. You've got like this rice mix here. So you've got the base ingredients, which are like cheese, tomato, mushroom, onion, and then yeah, you've got this interesting rice mix with like a couple of Turkish spices, and yeah, it makes it taste very Turkish, I will say that. Okay, so the thing I'll say about the Sultan's table straight away, and this has been my experience with them, on other occasions, like, to be honest, they're kind of my go-to takeaway if I'm ever in Enmore, because they, like, when you order something from them, it's cooked exactly the way they want to cook it, right? It tastes and feels just how they want it to be done. You can tell that. For that flavor, it tasted a bit like a borek, right? Like that I've had at another place. It tastes, yeah, like the spices, it tasted a bit like, yeah, a borek or something like that. I don't love the flavor of it. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Just because, yeah, personally, it's not really my feel, my preferred taste. But texture, easy 9. Easy 9, nearly a 10. It's really, it's lightly crispy. It's perfectly cooked, almost perfectly cooked. And value, both of these were $20, so that's a total of $40. That is expensive, but for pita, that's pretty standard in Sydney, $20. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 for value, and that gives the first pizza then a total score of 19 out of 25, I think. The vegetarian, 19 out of 25, which is good. Straight into the main event with a bigger chunk of lemon. We have the mushroom pita. Oh yes. Okay, so I'll point out the last place I went to for pita shim kebabs, their mushroom pita was on par with this, possibly better. And but in the end I gave pita shim kebabs a low score in total because I also ordered a pizza from there and the pizza was bad, right? So maybe it's kind of unfair because obviously pita shim kebabs doesn't specialize in pizza, and I ordered one pizza and one pita, so their total score was only 31 out of 50. But on the other hand, if they're not going to do pizza well, they shouldn't serve pizza, right? That's kind of the attitude I'm taking. So the Sultan's table doesn't serve pizza, they serve pita. And so I ordered 2 pitas, and so it's going to be a much higher score than pita shim kebabs, even though comparing the 2 mushroom pitas, they were on par, and possibly the other one was better than this one. With that being said, I'm going to give the flavour for this an 8 out of 10. Mushroom pita is so satisfying to me because I only get it once every few weeks. And, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm trying not to let that cloud the score, so I'm only giving it an 8 out of 10. It's not the best I've ever had, but it's pretty good. Texture, the texture is between an 8 and a 9. It's basically the same texture as the last one, but because of the composition of the ingredients, it's a bit more floppy, right? Really, I think the ideal pita should be a bit crispier than it is, so I'm don't know if I should give it an 8 or a 9. No, I'm going to give it an 8. And so then value is 3 out of 5. So that's a 19 again. And the 2 19s together is 38, which means the total score for Sultan's table is 38 out of 50, which is the highest score I've given so far for any pizza or pita place